welcome. We'll start soon. As you can see by the timer. Thanks for making time to have some fun with us, everybody. We appreciate it very much. And get comfortable. Settle in. Some of you have done this before. Maybe some of you have not done this before. Don't worry, we'll make it easy. It's so easy a drummer can do. It's so easy some drummers can do it. We'll make it easy. Just have fun. Block out all the craziness of your day, your week, your month, this quarter, the last few years. Just be present and have some fun. And have some fun with music trivia, a new category we've never done before. And I'll be back soon. We'll break it all down and get cranking.
This meeting is being recorded.
Right. So I'm typically extremely, agonizingly on time. Ask my wife. She's got a lot of collars stretched out for me saying, come on, we gotta go. Just kidding. I wouldn't do that. I'd have a glass eye on one side. But you may be wondering, the thing said 6 Pacific. And it's already whatever after, and the timer's still going. That's so that we can give people a chance to log on. There's a message there for you. We want people to have a chance to read the message, give them a heads up of how it works, and we'll explain more as we go. And you'll hear me repeat myself because, like Adrian Ballou says, I repeat myself when under stress. I repeat myself when under stress. I repeat. No, just kidding. Because some people will come and go and all that. And I do see we have some repeat offenders. Thank you very much for joining us. There are some Drum Talk TV staff members here. And don't worry, they're not going to steal prizes from you. They're not eligible to win, but they are here to experience it, analyze it, and contribute to the development and feedback. That's why they're here. If for some crazy reason, Anja Oni, my wife, were to win a round, I'm not saying she couldn't, but if she were to win a round, the next person down who's not a Drum Talk TV staff person would win. So that's how it works. This is a new category that we're really excited about. Well, I'm excited about it. I don't know about anybody else. I actually learned quite a bit programming this. So, you know, I find myself saying this a lot, like, man, this category is hard. If it's something that's not completely in my wheelhouse, like there are some categories where I know every answer before I even program it because they're in my wheelhouse. But like anybody else, if there's a category that's not in my wheelhouse, I might find that difficult. But for someone else that's really into whatever that is, like gothic funk, like John Kinsting, he'd say, this is easy. So that's part of the fun of it. You do not have to have your cameras on, but it's kind of cool if you do. So we can see everybody's smiling faces, and we'd love to see the reactions too. Like we'd love to see Steve's recording and gallery view. I could see some of you, and I'll explain how that works. But I love seeing people go, yes, like they knew, or like, oh, or the, it's just fun to see. And we love seeing it on the recordings and stuff. It is being recorded, as you know. And sometimes we slice and dice and use some of this for promotional purposes and also to analyze and see what the hell was really going on. Because you know how sometimes you remember something differently than it was. Is that me? Oh, it looks like the timer is up. Okay, we can get rid of that. That's cool. So when I look here, that's where my camera is, and that's where the main show is, the part you see on your screen. When I look over here, I'm looking at the controls through the bifocal part of my glasses so I can run the show. There's like 4 or 5 different screens. When I look over here, that's where I see all of you, and I can toggle through the windows and see what's going on. So when you see me looking around, I'm not distracted. Well, I might be distracted. There's dogs outside my door. There's one under the desk, and there's a new member of the family who's in a crate because he's young and new, and the crate was kind of rattling. I was a little worried. I told Angela, I don't know if he's going to last an hour and a half, but I think he's knocked out now. So I'm going to ask everyone to keep it. No, you don't have to keep it down. I'm kidding. So let's get going. So first, the name of the game. We're going to do 3 rounds. There's a winner for each round. The winner of each round gets to pick which category of the prize wheel they want to spin. And I'll show you the options in a moment. And then the 3 winners face off for the winners round, which is a lot of fun. Well, it's all fun. I hope you'll give us feedback and let us know, I'm sure. And this game is rock, pop, and soul bands with horns, real horns. There's actually a couple songs I had to look up, and I thought, are they using horns, or is that one of them was Almost Like Love by Yes from the Big Generator album. I thought, I don't know if those are real horns or not. And they're not. I was actually kind of shocked. Apparently, it was Trevor Rabin, songwriter, guitar player, other singer, who played those on samples. So we're using real horns, which is why this is called Music Trivia That Blows. So if someone wasn't blowing through something, it doesn't count. Samples don't count. So everything we're going to use as questions and answers are real horns from the 60s, the 70s, and 80s. Those are the 3 rounds. And the 4th round, the winners round, where I encourage everybody to hang out, watch the 3 winners go at it. It's interesting, 3-way border skirmish, lots of fun to watch. And that's a mixed bag round, but it's still real horns of rock, pop, and soul. So what you want to do is go on to one of your devices. Stephen might be better at explaining this than I am, but I'll give it a shot, and he'll correct me. He's great at that. He'll correct me if I leave anything out or there needs to be another option. So the way I see a lot of people experience it, and the way I do, is I'm on a PC, or you could be on a laptop, and you're logged into Zoom, and you see in the upper left corner of the screen, ccg.buzz. Log on to that on a different device, like a mobile device, or a different browser window, and pull that tab away. So you got 2 separate browser windows. That's going to enable you to log into the game and use your phone or that other browser window. I think it's easier with the phone as your controller to select the answers. So as I go through the questions, and I'll read the questions, you'll see the questions on the big screen and the answer choices, but you'll see them on your controller, and that's when you literally click on the answer you think is right. How do you get points? Let's just say for a moment, and this has happened, everybody gets the answer right, but that doesn't mean everyone's going to get the same points. Why? I have favoritism. Depends on the kind of shirt you're wearing, how your hair looks today. No, I'm kidding. The way you get more points is the quicker you are to answer, and if that answer is correct, then you'll get more points. So you got to be quick. However, there's going to be answers that you may not know. Throw a dart. Guess. We've seen people win by guessing. And even if you don't get any points, I think a non-scoring session of this is better than the best argument at the dinner table, right? So take a break, enjoy, get revved up, consider this practice or rehearsal or a jam session for the next one, which, by the way, is on the 19th, in which we're going to cover music history trivia as it relates to reunions and reemergences of bands. So lots to cover there. All right. My phone's blowing up. What is going on here? Okay, I see. All right. What are we doing? Oh, yeah. Okay. So is everybody ready? Thumbs up. Are you logged in? ccg.buzz. And then put in that code. Yeah. QNBR. Okay. And if you need help, there's a Zoom window that you can look for called Stephen Help. Steve's also our help desk while this is going on. Give him a moment to answer if you do message him a question, because he's pulling lots of levers, twisting knobs, throwing switches and things like that, like I am as well. But let's do this. Let's test out the chat by starting with an icebreaker. So imagine that Drax from Guardians of the Galaxy, you interrupt him while he's listening to one of his favorite songs, and he says, I will restart the entire song if you talk over my favorite part. Go ahead and put in the chat, what would that song be for you? That if you're on a ride and you had that CD in or you're Bluetoothing it or whatever, and that one song's playing, that if Shy Lee just butted in and started talking about work or driving to college or something, that you'd start the song over, what would that song be for you? I'll go ahead and check the chat in just a bit. We want to A, make sure it's working. B, keep everyone on their toes. C, find out what your answers are. And D, just for the hell of it, because I said so. It's the only time I get to do that in my home, okay? So humor me. I'm going to open the chat now and take a peek. Let's see what we got. 32 messages. What's going on here? All right. Smells Like Teen Spirit, says Andrew Porter. Got the Life by Renee Mirsky. Bohemian Rhapsody, Chris. I don't know if I can read that word. Aristophanes. Am I pronouncing that right, Elliot? Jeffrey Lang, thanks for joining us. I do see some new people, I almost said old people. Sorry, John. Some repeat offenders is what I meant. Paul, nice to see you. Awesome. Forget You by Sonia. Is that the name of the song or is that directed to me? Bubbles Up by Jimmy Buffett from John Kinsting. Top of the Pops by the Smithereens from Paul. Eric, welcome. Got an umpire on board. Everybody behave. Twilight Zone. Yeah. Rest in peace, George. There's a lot of good stuff here. Look at all this. Gordon Lightfoot. What an inch of the thing to Gilligan's Island. Nice. There's some nice eclectic stuff here. This is also kind of a fun way to see any Sade song, says Enja. I didn't know you're into Sade after all these years. Really? Don the Great says, too tough, pretty much any song. Any song. Do not start a conversation while Don has music on. Okay. Lucy and the Sky with Diamonds. Oh, the William Shatner version. Love it. Good one, Elliot. Cool. There's some great stuff here. All right. Thank you. Thanks for playing. All right. And the winner is, okay. We're going to start round one. This is music trivia that blows, rock, pop, and soul songs with horns from the 1960s. Let's see if I remember how to do all this. We're going to go to the game and we're going to hit play. And here we go with the first question. Ready? Here we go. Which band featured horn-led waltz long before jazz rock fusion? Was it the Buckinghams, Rotary Connection, Blood, Sweat, and Tears, or the Electric Flag? You got 2 seconds left. I should have mentioned that. You've got about 10 seconds to throw your guess in there. And this little circle thing is 10 seconds, unless I speed it up, which I've never done. I don't think. Maybe. Have I? All right. Let's look at how the guesses panned out. So we get to see the percentages. It doesn't tell on anybody, but I might ask from time to time for you to tell on yourself. But a little bit of almost everything other than Rotary Club or a Rotary Connection. And the correct answer is, and then we'll peek at the leaderboard. We'll see who starts out on top. Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Stevens on top, followed by Renee, Shiley, Mike, Paul, Chris, Andrew, Biko, Jeff, Frank. All right. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, about 10 people below the waterline with floaties on. But I must warn you all, anything can happen, just like in real life. Here we go. Next question. 2 of 10. Which Motown group featured horns in hits like Dancing in the Street? Was it the Supremes, the Shirelles, Martha and the Vandellas, or the Ronettes? See what we got. Little bit of everything. It's Martha and the Vandellas. When I built the game, I honestly thought the Ronettes because I thought of the cover of the song, and I should have put Van Halen in there too, right? All right. Paul jumped up on top. Steve slid down to 8th place. Maybe he answered a text. I don't know. All right. Next question. 3 of 10. Whose 1969 hit 2564 featured horns? Chase, Chicago, Earth, Wind, and Fire, or The Doors? This one's almost a gimme if you're above the age of 26 and a half, I think, or 25 or so. Oh, never mind. Oh, almost everybody for Chicago, and bam, it was Chicago. All right. Leaderboard, it got jumbled up a little bit. A lot of people above that waterline now. Next question. Anything can happen. I don't know if I've mentioned that. Which soul singer frequently collaborated with the Memphis Horns? Was it James Brown, Jackie Wilson, Marvin Gaye, or Otis Redding? Such legendary artists in the 60s. I hate to sound like an old guy in a rocking chair with a corncob pipe on the stoop, but hey, there'll never be music like this again. And there won't be. There hasn't been. And there isn't. 50% for James Brown, 11 for Jackie's, 5% for Marvin Gaye, 33% for Otis Redding. Correct answer is Otis Redding. Ooh, Paul's still on top. People scoring some points here. All right, let's keep it moving. Going to the halfway question now, 5. In case you don't have your abacus out, I'm here to help, okay? Here we go. Which horn-driven act included a teenage Donny Hathaway as a session arranged pianist? Was it the OJs, the Impressions, the Four Tops, or the Dells? I want to get 3 of my Jewish bros together and do a Four Tops cover band and call it the Four Dreidels. What do you think? Whoa, a little bit of everything going on here. We've got the Impressions, a teenage Donny Hathaway. Wow. All right. How's everyone doing so far? Go ahead and put in the chat 1 to 5. Are you crushing it? 5? Are you 1 like you don't know what's going on, or you know what's going on? Number 2, but not quite in the groove yet. Or go ahead and give us some feedback. How you doing? How you doing? Then I'll have another question before we go on with the second half of the first round. 60s. Rock, pop, and soul bands with horns. Let's take a look at that chat. Ancha says -1. Not impressed by the Impressions, says Mike. Who wrote I'm Dead? Michael Castillo, I'm Dead. 3 at the moment. Renee, not bad, Renee. 3's good. Oh, Chris, a 4. Eric, 2. Andrew Porter, 4.2 with a comma in there. That means it's metric. The 4 schnapps. I like that. It's a gimme, a takey. The 4 yarmulkes. Awesome. Cool. All right, here we go. Second half. Question 6. Which band recorded Mercy, Mercy, Mercy featuring jazz-influenced horns? Was it the Buckinghams, the Marquis, the Buccaneers, or the Barkays? 2 seconds. Paul's still on top, by the way. He's got almost twice as many points as second place. The Buckinghams got the majority. Is that the right answer? It is. Paul's still on top. Paul, this might be your groove, I'm guessing. Or one of them. I know you listen to a lot of different music. Followed by Chris with only 2 points behind Chris is Mike. Followed not far behind by Jeff, then Elliot, then Don the Great, Andrew, John, Biko. Am I pronouncing your name right? I hope so. Biko, Renee. And then we get to the waterline with Paul. And then everyone put your floaties on. Take a deep breath. It'll all work out, I promise. Here we go. Question 7. Which Floyd soul band had horns in their hit Groovin'? The Zombies, the Kinks, the Young Rascals, later known as the Rascals as they got older, not so young, or the Hollies? A little bit of everything, which tells me might be some dart throwing, which is okay. Isn't that what life is, day to day? Dart throwing. Like, I love when I'm going to interview somebody and they say, "Can you send the questions for?" No, I can't. It's like a normal conversation. I don't know what I'm going to ask you. Okay, I might know 1 or 3 things, but so this is the same thing. It's like throwing darts. It's the Young Rascals. Later, as they got older, just the Rascals. All right, question 8. Which group predated Chicago in the blending rock with brass and featured a French horn? Pacific Gas and Electric, the Electric Flag, Opus One, or Blood, Sweat, and Tears? Opus One. So Opus One was a prog rock band I was in from 1982 to 1985, right when new wave and spandex hair metal came out, and we were stuck in our ways. Prog metal, you couldn't dance to it, you'd hurt your hip. We were a cross between Frank Zappa, Gentle Giant, and Supertramp. I don't know. And we had a French horn player. The bass player also played French horn, and the rhythm guitar player also played trombone. Like, what the were we thinking? But this shows that a little bit of everything going on here. And the correct answer is the Electric Flag. Paul's still on top. Wow. By 55 points. Good on you, mate. 2 more questions. Number 9. What iconic soul band had the Bar-Kays as their backing group with a horn section? The Temptations, Otis Redding, Booker T and the MGs, or Sly of the Family Stone? Angel was almost in Sly and the Family Stone, but her cousin Larry Graham thought maybe she's just a little too young to take on the road. If she only knew how she was going to turn out. Anyways, let's see what we got here. No Sly. Okay, so that was a gimme non-answer. Let's see what we got here. Otis Redding. Paul still on top by Hunsky. All right, here comes the last question of the first round, and you all still have a chance to leapfrog ahead. Last question. Ready? Here we go. Which band was known for spinning wheel featuring a horn section? Was it Blood, Sweat, and Tears, Chicago, the Rolling Stones, or the Grassroots? Ride a painted pony, let the spinning wheel spin. That's right. It was Blood, Sweat, and Tears. I think I just offended Schnoodles, something about that, and she just walked out. That was weird. Well, what does that mean? I forgot. Oh, yes. All right. We have a winner for round 1, which means Paul, I had to double check, Paul gets to spin, funny enough, the spinning wheel, the spinning prize wheel. How cool is that? So, Paul, other than the winner's wheel, would you like the music wheel, the household essentials wheel, the pets wheel, the fashion wheel, the health and beauty wheel? I think you're covered in that area. Or the electronics wheel. And you can go ahead and unmute. Steve might need. Oh, you're unmuted. There you go.
Hi, Dan. How are you?
Great, Paul. Great to see you. Thanks for playing.
Thanks. I think let's go with electronics.
Electronics. So we're going to pull up the electronics wheel. That's the electronics wheel, folks. And what I'm going to do, for those of you who don't remember or have never seen this before, Paul's going to say spin. I'm going to click the wheel. I have no control over it. We let it spin, cheer him on, and where it lands, that's what he gets. Whenever you're ready, Paul.
Go ahead and spin, Dan.
Let's see what we got. Dun 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 dun. The car phone mount. There you go. All right. Car phone mount. Everybody give Paul a big hand. And what we're going to do is I'm going to reset the game and play a brief commercial. First, I'll put on some music. And I'm going to show the prizes because I think I forgot to do that. Let's do that. Let's give everybody a peek at the prizes. And you want to log out of ccg.buzz. You're going to log out. I'm going to reset the game, pull up the next round. There'll be a new code. You got a few minutes. Get up and stretch if you need to. Shake a leg or something. And let's take a look at their prizes. Here we go. All right. So those are the prizes. Just finishing getting set up. We're going to reset this. We're going to update, reset the game, get new code. Here comes your code. And let me just make sure we're set. There you go. There's your new code. I'm going to give everybody a moment to put in the code, and then I'm going to play another video. Please indulge me. Go ahead, log back into ccg.buzz. Put in TQRP as your code. If you're just joining us and you need some help, you could message Steve. And if you're watching on, if we're streaming and you're watching on Facebook and YouTube, because I don't know if I told Steve, hey, go ahead and stream. Go ahead and play along there, or go ahead and follow the link and join us in the game with a chance to win prizes. All right. Here comes a quickie, brand new commercial. This is a new commercial all about our membership site if you're not familiar with it. Here you go.
Rough day? Get away from the craziness and come take a fun break. Join the Drum Talk TV Brilliance membership site, an online virtual playground for all types of music fans. With your free club level membership, you get access to twice a month music themed game shows with a chance to win prizes. Access to the first 100 viral drumming and music videos. You won't believe your eyes and ears. A library of over 100 fun fact segments to hear artists say what they love to do outside of their music careers. A place for drummers to post videos playing to their favorite music where it won't get muted or pulled. Join the Drum Talk TV Brilliance free membership at www.drumtalktvbrilliance.com.
Thank you, Enja. I had Enja do all our voiceovers since I don't hear her enough around the house. Wait, what? All right. It's everybody. I hear her waving her fists. Wave, Enja, so everyone knows that's you who doesn't know. Enja's like 40 feet behind me in her office. All right, put in TQRP, and we'll let the next game rip. This is the same theme, but for the 1970s. Rock, pop, soul bands, and music with horns. Artists with horns from rock, pop, soul for the 1970s. Then we'll do 80s, then a mixed bag round of the same theme, different years. For the winners round, 10 questions again here for round 2. Everybody ready? Yeah. Okay. Let's let it rip. What are we doing? Oh, here it is. Question 1. Which soul funk group scored big in the 70s with horn heavy hits like Shining Star and September? Was it Sly and the Family Stone, Kool and the Gang, Earth, Wind and Fire, or War? 1 second. Remember, the quicker you answer, and if you're in the correct answer, what? You get the most points. That's how it works. All right. You probably would have understood it better if I didn't even say anything. Let's see your guesses. A little bit of everybody but War. No one likes War, but I like the band. I like the band a lot. Correct answer is Earth, Wind, and Fire. I just played Shining Star the other night down in my studio just to blow out the pipes a little bit. All right. We got Eric on top, followed by Shiley, Jeff, Elliot, Chris, Renee, Paul, Mike, Anja, Michael, Andrew, John, Stephen, Don the Great again. Wait, what? And Frank H. and Annalise and Pico. Hope I got your name right. All right. Let's see what's going on. Don's logged in twice. All right. I'm telling on him. All right, here we go. Question 2. What band's song, What Is Hip, is a showcase of funky rhythms and blasting horns? Remember, there's all 1970s rock, pop, and soul bands and artists and music with horns. Was it Heatwave, Tower of Power, Wild Cherry, or Average White Band? Tower of Power got the most votes. I have a feeling it's Tower of Power. Eric's still on top. Not much change in the leaderboard. Keep your eye on it, though. Have I mentioned anything can happen? Because anything can happen. Okay. All right. Here we go. Question 3. Which band combined jazz, funk, and soul with the strong horn arrangements in songs like Pick Up the Pieces? Was it Blood, Sweat, and Tears, Average White Band, Rufus, or Casey and the Sunshine Band? I played the same gig as Casey and the Sunshine Band when I was 13 years old at the LA Coliseum in 1976 for this country's 200th bicentennial anniversary. There you go. Let's see the guesses. Average White Band got the most votes, followed by Casey and the Sunshine Band. Nope, I'm sorry, tied with Blood, Sweat, and Tears on second place. And Rufus got 6%, needs new glasses. The host does. And the answer is Average White Band. Eric's still on top. I think this is Eric's decade, but Paul's right behind by only 11 points and only one behind Paul by Chris, only one behind Chris by Elliot, only one behind Elliot by Jeff, tied with Mike J. Interesting the way this is folding out, which is also known as unfolding, just so you know, which is what our dogs do to our laundry. Question 4. Which group's horn-driven track You Haven't Done Nothing featured the Jackson 5 on background vocals? Was it the Isley Brothers, Marvin Gaye, Curtis Mayfield, or Stevie Wonder? A little bit of everything there. Okay, sorry. I got distracted. Stevie Wonder, who happens to be the drummer on every single one of his albums. It's his first instrument, and he never let it go. And that's also why he's super hyper intelligent. I don't know if you know that that's what we all have in common. There's a couple people in the audience that might be out to debunk that, but all right. Elliot's on top, followed by Jeff, Mike, Paul, Eric, Enja, John Kinsting, Joking John. Let's see what else is next. The last question of the first half of the second round. Here we go. Which prog rock band included a brass section on the album, which included Fanfare for a Common Man? Was it King Crimson? Yes. Emerson, Lake and Palmer, Genesis. There's certain people who work for Drum Talk TV that if you get this wrong, you're fired. Just kidding. Well, not for a couple of them. Okay, let's see what we got here. Oh, definitely some dart throwing. And that's okay. That's okay. Correct answer is Emerson, Lake and Palmer. Just an amazing rendition of that song and an awesome video of them playing when they were set up for sound check to play at, forgot the name of the stadium in Montreal, and it's covered with snow, and they're all wearing leather and fur parkas. I could barely play in a shirt with buttons, and they're playing in, I don't know how the guys did it way back in the day in suits with a necktie. It's a great video, great song. Greg Lake with his 8-string bass, Carl doing the shuffle on the drums, and of course Keith doing the synthesizer. But the original version that they did on Works Volume 1 had an actual full symphonic horn section. There you go. That was a mouthful. I did that all in one breath. So why don't I play horns? All right. Let's check that leaderboard. Jeff, Elliott, Paul, Mike, Paul, Castillo, different Paul, Eric, Renee, Eric, Renee, Andrea, John, Renee, Eric, John, Chris, John. All right. 6. Which band's live shows are known for tight horn sections with hits like Fantasy? Was it Parliament, Earth, Wind, and Fire, the Commodores, or Ohio Players? Some great bands here, man. I want to listen to some 70s horns music. I grew up with that stuff as a little kid. Put on AM radio, headphones, played to whatever came on the radio, on the drums. That's where I got exposed to all this before music was segregated so much by genre. I'd hear this on the same stations as Neil Diamond, Steppenwolf, Led Zeppelin. Just crazy how that changed. Uh-oh. Okay, just checking on the pups. And the guesses are a little bit of everything. Earth, Wind, and Fire. Elliott's on top, followed by Jeff, Paul, Mike, Paul. 7 of 10. Here we go. Which horn-driven soul group had their horn section play anonymously on multiple with Parliament Funkadelic in the 70s? Was it the Fatback Band, the Ohio Players, Confunction, or the Horny Horns? What is this, Schnoodles? Some cool band names there, right? I'll have to break out my hobby one of these, maybe next trivia game. Little bit of everything, 6% for the Fatback Band. And that's my favorite name there. It's the Horny Horns. Like, really? That's a real name? It is. And they recorded anonymously on some music for Parliament, Funkadelic. Jeff on top, followed by Elliot, Paul. I see some people are into this music. I like that. 3 more left for round 2. 8. Which funk group's 1974 hit Hollywood Swing and featured prominent horn parts? Was it the OJ's, Kool and the Gang, Chic, or War? 5 seconds. There's your guesses. Again, no votes for War. What's up with that? And it's Kool and the Gang. Jeff on top. So I got to lean forward to look out my door, make sure everything's okay. Okay, I think he's okay. All right. 2 more. So check out the leaderboard. Take note of who's on top. Take note of where you are. And let's see if anything changes with this next question. Take a deep breath. Here it comes. Which group, though more pop-oriented, uses a horn section on tracks like Easy and Brick House? The Commodores, the Spinners, Richard Pryor, and the F Words, or Drink Mama's Kool-Aid? The guesses are... Sorry. It's the Commodores. I made those last 2 names up. I do that once in a while, just for fun. It's got to have fun, right? That's why we're here. Thanks for joining us to have some fun. All right, Jeff's on top by a good 31 points. Followed close behind. Elliot is being followed close behind by Paul, that is. And then there's a bit of a gap, and then another gap. And here we go with the last question of round 2. Then we'll see who the winner of round 2 is. And we'll see who's going up against Paul and who knows who else for the 4th round, which is the winner's round. Last question is, which band's 1970s hits like Saturday in the Park and Just You and Me were powered by their horn section? Chicago, Cochino, Chicano, or Coconino County Rangers? Okay, so confession time. I thought that this one was just so easy that 3 of those names I made up. It is Chicago. All right. Coconino County is in Arizona. Chicano, I think everyone knows what Chicano is, and Cochino is Spanish for pig. But it was Chicago, which means being question 10. Jeff, congratulations. Big hand for Jeff.
Oh my God.
There you go. How
Oh
you
my
doing,
God.
Jeff?
Good, you?
Good. Good to see you. Thanks for playing. I'm going to pull up the prize wheel for you. As soon as I find my spot here. Where are we? Here we go. All right. So I'm going to open up the prize wheel folder. Which prize wheel, other than the winner's wheel, would you like? You got the electronics, health and beauty, fashion, pets, household essentials, or music?
Music, please.
Let's go to music. And Jeff's going to say the word. I'll click. It'll spin. And we'll cheer him on. See what he gets.
What do I got to do?
Just say spin.
Oh, spin. Please.
There we go. Yeah, let's see what he gets. See what he gets. See what he gets. Oh, he's got
Sweet.
music note crew socks. Awesome.
Sweet.
Shows
Awesome.
everybody you're a music fan. Cool. When you got your feet up, listen to your favorite band. Who's your favorite band, Jeff?
It's a difficult one. Chicago's one of them, though.
Oh, cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool. Me too.
And yours? Well, who's your favorite band?
My favorite is it's such a close tie between Led Zeppelin and Yes, or even, very even. It's Led Zeppelin that for me was life-changing, that made me want to become a professional drummer when I saw them in concert. Went from wanting to be Jacques Cousteau to John Bonham.
It's close.
Go figure. Yeah, they're kind of the same, right?
My favorite are the Beatles.
Oh,
Without a
cool.
doubt.
I've heard of them.
Yeah, me too.
Cool. So what you got to do, folks, same thing. You're going to log out and we're going to reset the game. I'm going to get a new code right after I bring in the new file, which will be trivia that blows, rock, pop, and soul of the 80s. Oh, that's not it. Where are we here? Of the 80s. Here we go. I think I'm set here. Oh, I got to change one thing. And of course, I'm going to play a commercial. Let me update. Oh, we got to get the code. Okay. Sorry, I'm walking through the motions here. I'll walk myself through this. There's a lot going on. Okay. There's a lot going on. Okay. So you're going to log on to ccg.buzz. Go ahead and put in 4MJC. The 4 is lowercase in this instance. What? And I'm going to take a peek at the chat while everyone settles in. No Ides of March. Nah, that one got left out. Very cool. Very cool. Some good stuff here. Elliot. Frank hit the wrong one. I've done that too. Total guess, Andrew. Gotta guess. If you don't know, just guess. All right. So go ahead, put in the chat 1 to 5, and go ahead and be honest. Like, if this sucks, let us know. 1 to 5, how much fun are you having? 5 being having fun. I might pee. 1 is like, hey, you guys could do a lot better. 3 is, hey, you guys are doing really good, but get a new host. Just be honest. Tell us. It helps us. It helps us. Annalise, careful what you choose. I'm going to click through, take a peek at everybody. Cool. Thanks for joining. Awesome. Great. Let's take a look at that chat before we get cranking again. Where did it go? There it is. All right. Oh, thanks, Jeffrey. 6. It's more fun than a barrel of monks, says Mike. I don't know if you tried it. We don't want to know. It's a family show. All right. And folks, if you are watching on Facebook or YouTube while we're live, go ahead and join in. Follow the breadcrumbs. Come join in. Cool prizes. If you're seeing this on the archive, go ahead and sign up. We have something cool for premium members. You can sign up for free. You can get a free account and enjoy all kinds of stuff. However, if you're a premium member, check this out. It was kind of fun. Hey everybody, Dan here from Drum Talk
This
TV,
guy
Drum
again.
Talk TV Brilliance. Hey, how would you like to make bank by being a premium member of Drum Talk TV Brilliance? It's easy. Like, you're a music fan, right? That's why you joined. How many other music fans do you know, right? So what if they got a discount for joining if you referred them and you got $10 for each one you refer? I mean, you'd pretty much have to be a doofus like this to miss out on something like that, right? Because being fellow music fans, we all know fellow music fans. So go ahead, invite your friends with your own code. We'll tell you how in a minute. But that way you can enjoy things like our live stream concerts, our fan Q&As with big artists, producers, and record executives, our twice-a-month game shows, and other fun things in Drum Talk TV Brilliance with your friends while giving them a discounted invitation, and you make bank. So there you go. So follow the link in this post. If you're not already a premium member, become a premium member. And if you are a premium member, you'll get an email real soon to show how to get your own invite code where you can tell 2 friends and they'll tell 2 friends. Tell 20 friends. That's $200. Wait, what? You'd have to be like this to miss out on that.
I've done that.
You're not like that, are you? Invite your friends. Let's have some fun together. Healthy escapism away from the nonsense and the drama and the craziness online on social. Join us, Drum Talk TV Brilliance. We're here for the fun of it. Oh, and at any
All right.
time, you can become
Someone
a premium
shut that
member,
guy up.
refer your friends, and make some bank.
We're
We're going to do something I've never done with this game. This will be fun. We're going to try it out and see how this goes. I can tell my wife's nervous right now. Maybe Steven too. What I'm going to do is watch your controller, and I'm going to turn on trivial names, which means it's going to automatically assign you a different name, which means when we look at the leaderboard, no one will know who's in what place, not even me, other than the person with said name. So watch your controller. I'm going to click the button. And right now, you all may have different names. So when you see yourself on the leaderboard, only you will know where you are. So we won't know the winner until this round's over and we see the winner's trivial name. And then I turn that off and then the real name will appear. Kind of different. Let's see if it's fun or if it screws the whole thing up. Like, what have we got to lose, right? Other than another hour and a half of your time. Just kidding. Here we go. Round 3, then we'll have our third winner, and then the rest of us will cheer just the 3 winners on for round 4, which is 6 questions, mixed bag of the same theme. This is the same thing, but for 1980s. And here we go. I think I got everything going. Okay, here comes the first question. Which British band featured horns and had 1980s hit like Come On Eileen, my mother's real first name? She didn't know that till she was a teenager. She thought it was Elaine. All right, let's see what we got. Dexy's Midnight Runners got 83%. I have a feeling some of you know that that's the right answer. I honestly don't remember. I don't know. Correct answer is Dexy's Midnight Runners. And there we go with the fun names. Hyper Cuckoo is on top. Silly Cocoa Puff is second. That should be my wife. I don't know if it is. 91 is Sassy Viper, followed by Hyper Slick, Mini Snuggles, Decaf Rascal, Curveball, Lionheart. Okay. Hopefully you guys like this. Let's see how this pans out. Question 2 is which funk pop band featured horns and hits like Word Up and Candy? Word. Cameo, The Time, Shalimar, or Midnight Star? Got about 2 seconds left. Whose names crack me up? There's your guesses. The answer is Cameo. Dilly Cocoa Puffs on top now, followed by Sassy Viper, Decaf Rascal, Wonder Coco, Curveball, Lionheart. This is harder to read. All right, question 3. Which 80s band used horns on hits like Addicted to Love and Simply Irresistible live? Peter Gabriel, In Excess, Robert Palmer, or Billy Idol? Bam! Oh, Robert Palmer. And I don't remember the year in the 80s, but in the 80s, what's considered 80s music is just, it was not my thing. It was not my thing. However, Robert Palmer's music was some of my guilty pleasure music. Totally dug it. Just loved his voice, loved the moves, loved the videos with all the girls that looked the same. Just that embodied like 80s MTV for me. Cool. Silly Cocoa Puff still on top. Question 4, which horn-driven band from Scotland scored Let's Go Around Again in the 1980s? Was it Wet, 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 Average White Band, Level 42, or Big Country? What is he doing there? Thayer, sit down. Sorry. Let's look at the guesses. A little bit of everything. An Average White Band is the winner. Ooh, Hyper Slick jumped on top by almost 100 points, followed by Cornball, Lionheart, Sassy Viper, Young Ace, Decaf Rascal, Wonder Cocoa, Silly Cocoa Pop dropped down to 7, No Fear Nitro, Old Meatloaf. Okay, I won't ask. Light, Skywalker, Mini Snuggles, Hyper Cuckoo, Darth Midas, Nonstop Hero, Salty Skeeter, Captain Rascal, Sassy Nitro, Jazzy Sonic, Turbo Lionheart, Da Buckaroo. Okay, love the names, love the names. 5, last question of part 1 of the third round. Which American band played a rock with tight horn section that released Chicago 17 in the 1980s? Was it Chicago, Kansas, Journey, or REO Speedwagon? Go check on him. Go check on him. It is Chicago. I thought I'd throw that one in there. I don't know. There you go. All right. Look at that leaderboard. All right. Second half of the third round. Which Minneapolis-based band mentored by Prince featured horns and performed Jungle Love? Was it The Family, Zap, The Time, or Morris Day and the Highlights? Almost a trick question if you know your music history. Or I guess a complete trick question if you don't. There's your guesses, a little bit of everything. The winner is, or the correct answer is, The Time. So, raise your hand if you saw Fargo. Anyone see Fargo? So I never verified whether or not this was true, but I've heard numerous times over the years that in the scene, when the guy's running in the field in the snow and he gets shot, I read that that's Prince that played that guy in that scene. I don't know if that's true. I've heard that over and over. Just seeing this reminded me of that. Kind of fits. Right? Fargo, Minneapolis, Prince, could be. All right. Leaderboard, Hyper Slick on top, followed by Curveball, Lionheart, and Decaf Rascal. Let's go to question 7. Which UK new wave ska band featured horns in Mirror in the Bathroom? 38 Special, The Beat, Madness, or The Specials? I don't remember the answer. I was trying to guess also. I think it's The Beat also. Okay. And that was a dart. Like, I don't know. If I don't know it, just because I programmed it doesn't mean it stuck. Believe me. Like, I don't even know if today's an underwear day. So, like, I can't remember a lot of stuff. Curveball Lionheart jumps on top by about 70 points, followed by Decaf Rascal, Wonder Cocoa, Silly Cocoa Puff, Hyper Slick, Old Meatloaf. Can't wait to see who's who. Question 8. Here we go. Which funk R&B band used horns in the 1980s with Let's Groove and System of Survival? Kool and the Gang, The Gap Band, Earth, Wind, and Fire, or Heat Wave? Steve, didn't Yes do that song? The System of Survival. Oh no, that's never mind. All right. There's your guesses, a little bit of everything. And the answer is Earth, Wind, and Fire, Wonder Cocoa on top, followed by Decaf Rascal, Silly Cocoa Puff. If anyone just joined us who wasn't on before, and doesn't know what's going on with the names, don't worry, we barely do also. These are what are called trivial names. And when we see who the winner is of this round, we've never done it like this before. We'll see who the who's who is of the who's who. By the way, Roger Daltrey is really getting under my nerves. That's another story. I might contribute something to the news desk this week for Friday's report. All right. Question 9, 2 to go. This 80s Phil Collins hit featured the Earth, Wind, and Fire horn section known as the Phoenix Horns. Was it Susudio, One More Night, Don't Lose My Number, or In the Air Tonight? Ready? Here it comes. 83% for Studio, 6% for One More Night, nothing for my favorite song on the album, Don't Lose My Number, and 11% for the most popular drum fill ever created, probably. Ba 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 blah blah. Studio. All right. With the amazing never mind, having a brain fart. All right, let's go. Wonder Coco on top, Decaf Rascal, Silly Coco Puff, Hyper Slick. One more question. Anything can happen. Question 10. Here we go. Lock and load. Their 1982 Forever Now featured the horn section arrangements as saxophonist Gary Barnacle. Heaven 17, Level 42, ABC, or Spandau Ballet. Got some Trevor Horn production going on in there. The moment of truth. Here's your guesses. Here's the correct answer. Heaven 17 puts Wonder Coco on top. First, let's do this. Now let's see who it is. Whoa, Chris C. Congratulations. Followed by Mike. Isn't that funny? You can kind of see the names there. Okay, I want to see who Old Meatloaf is. Where's Old Meatloaf? There it is. Okay, number 6. Paul Castillo. Encha, who were you? I got to ask my wife who she was. I'm just curious. Can you unmute? No? Steven's
I
going
had to wait for permission. I was Jazzy something.
Oh, okay. Well, thanks for paying attention.
It just went away. That's why I was Jazzy, somebody with Jazzy.
Oh, okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to reset the game one last time. However, we only want the 3 winners to log in with the code. The rest of you, please hang out, cheer them on.
Can I pick a prize?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Just kidding. Thanks, Chris. I'm sorry. I got excited. There we go. Here are the wheels. Thank you so much, Chris. Sorry about that. You've got electronics, health and beauty, fashion, pets, household essentials, music. What would you like, Chris? Which wheel?
Electronics, please.
Okay. Sorry about that, bro. Man, what a fail on my part, of course. Okay. Ready? Say spin when you're ready. There we go. Cheer him on, folks. What does he get? What does he get? What does he get? He gets... Oh, wow. By a hair. Clip-on selfie light. Congratulations.
Nice.
Thank you very much. So we've got Paul, Chris, and I'm having a brain fart. It was
Jeff.
Sorry. Jeff, I'm sorry. Sorry, Jeffrey. All right. So please, only you 3 log in. I'm going to reset this real quickly, everybody. And then what we've got is a mixed bag of the same category, but of different years mixed together. We're going to pull this up real quickly. Trivia that blows. Winners round. Is that the winners round? Yes, it is. Going to open that up. 6 questions. I'm going to do one more thing. And I'm going to give you a new code momentarily. Sorry, there's no real quick way to do this. Okay, let's reset the game, give you a new code. Go ahead. That's your code for just the 3 winners, please, folks. Don't screw this up for them. Charlie. Just kidding. CCG.buzz CPNV. And let's see what we get here. Let me know when you guys are logged in. Yep, Paul. Okay. And I'm going to toggle through and see. Okay, Jeffrey's in. And looking for Chris here on my screen. Are you logged in, Chris? Oh, I see where you are. You can go ahead and chat to Steve and he'll let me know, or you could take your mic off. Take your mic off or put it on. I just want to make sure you're logged in before we start.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Supposed to be.
Okay, cool. So just the 3 of them, folks. First question, cheer them on. And then you get to see what's on the winner's wheel when they spin. We'll see who wins. First question of 6. I feel like I'm forgetting a step. I think I'm good. Which funk pop band's horn section known as the Horny Horns collaborated with Bootsy Collins? Was it Lakeside, Midnight Star, The Time, or Parliament Funkadelic? You all voted for Parliament Funkadelic. If that's the correct answer, and I say if, bold, italicized, all caps, and underlined, then depending on who has the quicker finger, we'll get the most points. Jeff! Ooh, okay. It's a contest. 6 questions. We're on to number 2 of 6. Which Canadian horn rock group had U.S. chart success with the song One Fine Morning? Was it the Guess Who, Rush, Lighthouse, or Mandala? Laughs to himself. And I hope you all know why. Either Lighthouse or Mandala. The correct answer is Lighthouse. Jeff still on top. Next question. Which 1970s horn band released a 17-minute jazz rock suite partially sung in Greek mythology references? Was it Tower of Power, Blood, Sweat, and Tears, Chase, or Lighthouse? 3 seconds left. I remember this band when I was a little boy, and I remember taking drum lessons at 7 years old, and the album cover was up on the wall, and it showed guys chasing each other. I remember it so distinctly. What a creative album cover. Band's called Chase. What should we do? I don't know. Chase each other. Tag, you're it. All right. Paul's on top now, followed by Jeff by 1 point. Chris not far behind when it's 3 people. We just completed the halfway mark of the 4th round, which is the winner's round. We got 3 to go. Anything can happen with these 3 guys. When producer James William Grimm left the version of Chicago, shifted the band's horn usage when he left this version of Chicago. Was it after Chicago 5, after Chicago 8, after post-Chicago 11, or after Chicago 7? I had a feeling, and that's okay. That's okay. If any of those are right, someone gets all the points. Post Chicago. Jeff is crushing it. Wow. Next question. 2 left. 2 left. I have my abacus right here helping you out. Put the calculator down. I gotcha. 5 of 6. Here we go. Which American band's album Sports featured their horn section known as the heart of the rock and roll horns? Was it Hall & Oates, Toto, the Jake Giles Band, or Huey Lewis and the News? Everyone voted for Huey Lewis and the News. That's the right answer. So it comes down to who answered the quickly. Wow. Good one. Last, I don't know if I've mentioned this. Anything can happen Last question. What legendary functional artist known as Papa's Got a Brand New Bag was known for Papa's Got a Brand New Bag? Was it Sam Cooke, Wilson Pickett, James Brown, or Curtis Mayfield? Is it just me or is it hungry in here? Is it? Maybe it's just me. Everyone voted for James Brown. Voted? I don't know if that's right. Jeff crushed it. All right, Jeff, you get to spin the winner's wheel. Let's pull that up. And when you're ready, sir, go ahead and say spin. We'll see what you got. Let's actually, before you say spin, let's see what the prizes are. You could win a guest VJ spot on Drum Talk TV. I don't know if that's a prize or a punishment. You could tell us if you win and how that goes. Paul was kind of on the fence. 3 months of premium if you're not a premium member already. 1 year of premium if you're not a premium. Are you a premium member already? Jeff? I don't know off the top of my head. And you can unmute because you'll have to say spin at some point anyway.
Great. No, I'm not a premium member.
Okay. And then I've got a set of marketing books that I wrote based on how I blew up Drum Talk TV. I remember when one of my sons, Alex, my mom had a great picture of him and my parents had a framing store. And so my mom showed Alex this picture and said, I'm going to give it to Grandpa. We're going to blow it up. And he thought that they meant like with dynamite. Like, why are you going to blow up my picture? All right. When you're ready to say spin.
Dan, spin, please.
There we go. Let's see what he's got. Root him on. See what he gets. See what he gets. See what he gets. He gets copy of my marketing books. Jeff, if you don't mind what I ask, if you don't mind me asking, I guess it is hungry in here. What do you do for a living?
I'm a musician.
Well, these will help you. Awesome. That's great. Everyone, give him a big hand. And I want to thank everybody so much for playing. Go ahead,
everyone.
Leave some comments in the chat. We value your feedback. Our next game is on the 19th, same time. It's going to be music history about bands that had reunions and reemergences. There's a difference, and it's going to be a lot of fun. We hope you'll join us. Bring your friends, the more the merrier, and plenty to go around. We appreciate it very much. Thanks for following what we do on Drum Talk TV. Watch for all kinds of stuff. I want to show actually one more video, if I may, because we have a lot happening this month, and maybe I didn't. Yes, check this out. There's a lot happening this month. I got to show this. Hey everybody, Dan Schinder here with Drum Talk TV announcing it's Ginger Baker Month. His birthday would have been, well, still is, August 19th, and we're celebrating Ginger all month long in a few different ways. The Drum Talk TV Drumming Tribute Challenge is happening all month long. For Ginger Baker, you can win up to a $125 gift certificate to your favorite music store. Chime in with your favorite tribute playing to officially released music by Cream or anything else that Ginger played on Ginger Baker's Air Force. There's plenty of material out there. One of the most influential drummers ever. And on the 12th, noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern, we're going to have Nettie Baker and Kofi Baker on for an interview, as well as a Drum Talk TV Brilliance membership fan Q&A session. Nettie with a new book, Kofi out on and off on tour with Sons of Cream. Lots to talk about. The next day on the 13th, noon Pacific, Jeff Berlin and myself with our show Rhythm and Lows. The theme is going to be Jack Bruce and Ginger Baker, of course. And Jeff did a whole album attributing to the late, great Jack Bruce. And then later in the month, what day? Don't even have it in front of me. Lou Calderola and myself with our show Under the Influence, also a tribute to Cream. So join us for that, and we will see you on all those days. Participate, join in. It's going to be lots of fun. What an impactful band. In such a short time that Cream was around, the amount of material that they put out and the amount of influence that they blasted onto so many musicians over the following generations is truly remarkable. So join us in celebrating Ginger Baker the month of August. Thanks. Thanks, everybody. And we'll see you all soon. We'll see you online and we'll see you back here, hopefully. And we truly appreciate you joining us and locking the rest of the world out for a while and having some fun. Thanks.